Welcome to Bold Conversations, the talk show where we talk about the toughest conversations with honesty and flair. In life, we've all heard about the good and the bad experiences of staying with a step parent. Have you or someone you know ever experienced it? How was it or how is it going? Join us as we discuss. Join our fearless hosts, Rina OK, Sophie Naji, and Prince Mike, as they bring you bold perspectives, real stories, and unfiltered truth. From culture, traditions, to modern-day dilemmas, we're breaking it all down. So tighten your seatbelts and get ready for a ride, because this is Bold Conversations. We don't just talk, we talk bold. Beautiful people, you're welcome. It's another Sunday, of course, with us, your Power Tribe, on Bold Conversations here on BTM TV. Lero tuli bulala badia, tuli bulala nge mtulaba tuambade. We are representing our sponsor, that is Newman's. We are just not wearing the shirts, even our stomachs. In my stomach, I'm representing. At night, in the morning, for breakfast, I just eat their snacks. Trust me, kati muchijja kunze. Siso abagamba chintu chibi. You go and buy any of Newman's snacks. There are so many flavors. There is the tomato flavors, that's with the crisps. There is, you know, the yet it's her favorite. The fruit chutney is her favorite. Chutney. They have barbecue, and then there is my favorite, the lemon, that one. And then talk about, I think there is no episode I will leave without talking about this ginger cookie. You guys, you know, when you're snacking on that cup of coffee, and then they put a cookie on the side.
I know, right?
Those is a restaurant actually is amalayo. Yes, I know you can go and find it in the supermarkets, you can go and find it in those retail shops, but even new restaurants, we need these cookies in your restaurant. I'm telling you. Anyway, Sophie, my beautiful name is Rina OK, our Power Tribe, Bold Conversation, Muchala, Luga Queen.
A lady very smart in red, as you can see. Nyambadeka noka tomato flavor. Oh my God.
Ow. Rach to yambadeka purple kalieri. Fruit chutney.
By the way, you represent you.
Why didn't you wear your favorite snack?
Nongena jambala mu reactions. Yeah, I have a lot. Yeah, we have a lot. Yeah, jukira tuina products nyingi, so masokawo amanya ne dobozi naji Sophie, of course, your Luga Queen, proud ambassador wa Newman Snacks. Era omuntu yekka ayogera ensonga naji lambulula, as you know.
Ngatali
you know, like ndi mu vibe no, as you can see.
Nata ya red t-shirt.
Yeah. Musembere tell a friend to tell a friend to Luga Queen me.
Ayingizeo. By the way, chi weekend chatudde abantu abadde zidamage. Mike.
Hey, what is it called? Hey, madam. Well, as well.
Mike forgot her name.
My name now Prince Mike. You see these people, they always enter my head.
How not day?
Well, my name now Prince Mike now. When I do on Bold Conversation, the show we dig every time on Sunday evening. But this time I decided to represent my people. Every time with the Yan Tori, the Yan English all the time. Self day, as
I represent my people in Uganda, but I'm
not gonna tell her. She make me talk. We shall like this one.
Hey.
Abi. Now Prince Michael, they told.
Now, wow.
The only Nigerian prince. If you don't interrupt me.
And I'm also Mombeja, where Uganda, where Buganda.
By the way, my people say when they feel this tease, na book conversation when I day, when they hear now. We're gonna enjoy the show, and we're gonna not forget to chop our cookies. My day everywhere.
Mike,
both everywhere when I go find out.
Mike, you're looking nice in that orange and yellow. Why would you copy me now?
My dear, myself, I feel what is it called? I feel the vibes and everything.
The vibe of orange represents like you're looking so fresh.
Now new months they make me look fresh, my dear.
Anyway, talking about the new month, no, the year has actually moved. We are coming almost to the close of the year. We are having a one and only topic. No, we always have a lot of topics. Tuba nebibozi nga bingi. Buli Sunday tuba ne topic nga yanjawulo. So today naye yalele ekwasamu kunaku because it has some of sad stories. I mean, but then there are also those that have gained out of it. Some people have been raised through it. That is, we want to talk about living a life with a step parent. Okay, someone may be wondering who is a step parent. Usually, okay.
Omuntu okukulira ku maama oba ku taata
nga si ya muzaala ate nga ayagala oyo muzaddewo nti kangeze oyina maama wo yakuzaala n'afunayo omwami omulala oba ofunye step father kati ne wabeerayo nti oba taata wo nga maama wo baayawukana n'awasa omulala ate gwe ng'osigadde ne daddy n'olyoka olaba we gujja bagira. Anyway, people have different stories about living a life with step parents. I don't know if any of you guys have any experience, you know.
Yeah, I have.
You have an experience.
Yes.
Chova science tugena
I have.
Is it an experience?
No, it's a bad one, a very bad one. You guys.
So you?
If
did it happen to you or to someone else?
To me.
To you?
Yes.
Okay.
Bantu mwe bw'ofuna omukazi ng'alina omwana tomuwasa bw'oba toyagala mwana we, you get. Oba wofuna omusajja ng'alina omwana like it's either musajja mugambe tondetera baana like sigenda sobola basobola oba muleke, you get. Kozi mukiyingira mukimanyi. Apart from bana abakazi abakweka abaana mbuze sizalangako what. N'omuntu bw'ajja n'akugamba nti munnange onjagala, yes nina omwana. Oba tomwagala muleke, oba manyi toyagala mwana we. Like mutuyisiza bintu bingi nnyo mpulira obusungu bungi. And I'll tell the story.
Anyway, speaking of bad stories, we have had some people who say their stepfathers raped them. We have had people, we have had stories of girls saying their stepmothers. Now there is a story of some girl. It's a way back story. Why I remember it, it happened nga tukyali bato. Erinnya ly'omwana oyo ndyerabidde, stepmother we yamwocha. Oba mujjukira stepmother we yamwocha.
Is it Nabukera?
Nabukera. That one. Oba yali stepmother we. I hope I remember the story very well. But oba yali stepmother we, oba yali senga we. Omanyi n'abasenga oluusi bafuuka ba stepmother. N'ogamba nti ate kati gwe.
Ate senga.
Ate ofuuka otya anyway. So we have seen some bad stories of stepmothers and stepfathers, but yet we have also seen good stories of those step parents. Yeah, we have seen stories of people coming out and saying, you know, nakula ne stepmother wange nandabirira, she took me to school, you know. Because there are women actually who embrace kids of their husbands.
Yeah.
And they welcome them in their homes. Nagamba nti abana bomwami wange mubalete, baje, let them come.
By the way,
and
that's a brief story actually told by someone. There is a woman who actually accommodates her husband's children from another woman.
Imagine.
Who is even outside the country.
You know the bad thing about bana basajja is nina omuntu gwe manyi family gye manyi nga omusajja yazaala n'omukazi omwana, they separated, n'atambula n'agenda bino mu kiyumba. So omukyala n'aleeta omwana, omwami n'aleeta omwana, omukyala n'amulabirira. Guess what? Omuwala bwe yadda era ne baddamu ne bazaala omwana omulala. Sometimes basajja bamuleeta abakazi emitima emibi onde kati n'oyo bw'anaamulemwa nga okola kingo mundeetera. That's why abakazi abasinga bagamba nti if you to give me a stepchild or you have to make sure nti mother is dead. There you can raise the kid mu mirembe.
Ngomanyi omukuliza muntu ataliiwo.
Well, I agree with some of your point, but Mind, in fact, you're beside me. I'll strangle you. Let me finish my point before you interrupt me. Don't forget you're my neighbor now.
I'm sorry, my neighbor.
So anyways, like I was saying, she have a point though. That's why I didn't deal with you now. By the way, like truly, I would say it is better, you know, to have full detachment before taking over someone's share, because this story is a story of someone who brought another woman's child to the woman he's dating now, and yet he doesn't take care of these people, this new woman 100%. She does all the taking care of, both with the family, both our own children and the children he brought in. And you know the funny part, this guy still flirts with his wife, with the ex that is overseas. And another woman is taking care of that child of the person you're flirting with. So yes, I would say not every step parents actually end up in a bad story. Some people have a good heart, by the way, because they see children as people who are innocent. You get. So, but I would say, I'll categorically say 80% are bad. 80% are bad stories.
Yeah, and what do you?
And is it 80 a big margin?
It's a big margin. I'll tell you why it's a big margin. Generally, for step parents. Now, some men, even not going into the fact of maybe raping the child or something else, you'll find most men will tell you, don't bring your child into my home.
And yet for a woman, they say the key to a woman's heart is through
loving
her
the children. You get.
We customer abanga wali musajja ayagala nnyo abaana bo agamba oyo alabika ina intention. Yeah, because the key to a woman's heart is actually through her children.
Now what I'm trying to say is, wait a minute, before you, sorry. Now it is hard for you to find a man investing on another man's child because he feels like this child is not mine.
If he loves you, he will.
If he loves you, he will, but it's always hard. That's why I say 80%.
But then later, ajamuwasa.
But a woman, now that's what I'm coming to, a woman, now she looks at the fact that this child is not mine. At the end of the day, I will suffer, do this and that, and this child from nowhere is going to inherit maybe the largest share because maybe it's the first child from this person. You get? So I think that little hatred is always there, looking like I'll do all the work and my children comes second. I think that's where the hatred comes from me. That's how I say it.
We actually, me and her have a bad story. You know, sometimes even the stepchildren themselves turn against the good step parents who could have raised them. There is that story we always share here of our grandmother. You know, women of those days, they used to, their husbands would have more than one wife. So my grandmother, the late, may her soul rest in peace, she was killed by a stepchild of hers, who she raised so well because she was a godly woman. And you know, they had that belief because they knew very well that men always have more than one woman. So she embraced those children as hers. At times, she would even breastfeed them because the mother was never there. Her drunkard, I think I should describe her as that. I'm sorry, may her soul rest in peace as well. But she raised those kids. And in the end, when my grandfather died, because they wanted to inherit the riches, and she was still strong, she wasn't going anywhere. To make the process of inheritance quick, they killed her, you get. And yet she was a loving stepmother. So I just don't understand. I think men, kasitobera ng'ozadde omwana ebbali, abeere yebbali, mama we kasita abeera ng'akyaliwo. It's better that way, because it put these women into temptation.
Like, I'm product of what I believe is nti buli mukyala yenna asobola okukuza omwana we. Buli mukyala yenna asobola okukuza omwana we. Byonna buli kimu kitemu n'omwana naye abaakula abaalaba. Because abasajja bano banyiiga. Abasajja banyiiza abakazi be baawasa batwalira abaana baffe. Tomusobola. Oba tomusobola gw'olowooza ani anaamusobola. Okitegeera. Olaba gwe akukwasa obusungu no reactinga bulala. You get? Olowooza oli gw'omuwadde. Omusajja ajja munyiiza akuba omwana wo. You get?
Ngamanyi nti awo weewaluma.
And but stepmother balina this mentality of balina engeri gye baawukana ne banyirira. omukazi n'abeera ewaka ng'alabika bubi n'afuna ebbuba n'alowooza omusajja wange agenda kuddira ono oba ki tubeere n'abaana baffe cause omukazi asobola obutakola mwana we kintu physically like nti oba amukubye oba amwokyeza but n'amukolera ekintu like traditionally.
Let me tell you one of the reasons I realized why some women leave their children. Also kwesanga she has gotten another relationship komusajja takkiriza abaana you get this man left her but with a child and she has gotten this other guy who doesn't want the child to stay with them. So where do you take the child? Imagine a scenario where you have no mother, you have no father, that okay, let me take my child to my mother or to my father in the village. The best option would be taking that child to his father.
You can't get another child.
So what do you mean? Basigale wao ngatebafu until ngabafunye.
Like you get someone. I always tell you nti buli muntu yagala mu nsi gyali. It's just a matter of time. If someone tayagala mwana umuleke, you get.
By the way, I think I also support that motion. You see, it is easy for a man to accommodate a woman with a child.
Yes.
Why I say it is easy because we men are seen to be someone who shoulders responsibility, right? If you know you can't cope, then why chase the child and be with the mother? It doesn't make sense. Now, for a woman, it's always hard. You find that the woman has a child with. Okay.
There is that bond that you can never break. That even when you break up with someone, as long as you have a child,
with them,
you can't break that bond. So, no. There's something I want to explain.
Yeah,
the reason as to why some men do not want those children in their homes is the father will come, I want to see my child.
No. I
want to see my child.
Omusajja w'omwana you don't break up. Omusajja w'omwana you break.
No. That's why I said
you break up.
Not the bond of you guys are still
you can get married to someone natwalira ddala omwana wo like namutwalira ddala.
Now let me give for example.
Let me ask you.
What I mean.
Can I ask you a question?
Like what of families ndaba I'm married to you.
Yes.
You're ayodele. I come with my girl or a boy. Nekafukira dala ayodele. You get. So okwaavoidinga ono omwami to interrupting. You get. So
Sophie, a bond is not the man seeing the child. A bond, it's that attachment. Even if he takes 20 years without seeing him, listen. I have a child with Sophie who is staying with Ayodele. You can never break it. You can never break that bond.
Like in 20 years' time, you know that child. Yes, you brought it to me. I think that
he will ask for the father.
You can never tell that child.
For the father. Yes, ajaba akuze. Then now we just okwebeza. But this tender age. Yes,
at 20, listen, at 20, a boy or a girl will be in your home. They are still staying in your home and they'll ask you those questions. Where is my father? Who is my father?
I show you Ayodele because now you are grown up.
That's why we are saying you can never break that bond. Even if she takes years,
I'll never break that bond. I'll never break that. I'll never break that bond. But at the right age. The
whole point is you'll never break that bond. That's the whole point.
I even ask this question now. Your baby daddy has actually, you guys have parted ways.
Yes.
But are you trying to say he doesn't have right to call you and ask for you?
Don't call me.
Why not? It's his child. It's his child. Why not?
No way. By the way, you guys, when mama parties the ways n'abantu muyige okuwa abantu emina respect.
So
muletera abantu okola ekyamu abaana.
Now do you get financial support from him on that child?
It depends. If I get financial support, then you can call. I can give you that. And
so this is what you're trying to say.
If my husband is my friend, I can explain.
No, Sophie, I think you're just not getting my point. My whole point here is, if you have a child with someone, you will never break that bond. You will never. Even if you hide the child, even if you do what, you will never break that bond.
I'm going to hide the child. but ku myaka gino emito ekitegeera sigenda kuwa mwana wange but omwana bwakula
yamuzaala yekka
Arena waliwo ne laws myaka negigamba nti omwana wa mukazi oba wa musajja you get so waliwo emyaka gino egiteesobola siwaayo mwana you get siwaayo because omuntu atasobola I told you omuntu asobola buta okukolera mwana kintu physically like notakiraako nti amukubi bamumenya akoze eki but abakazi balogo you get abasajja balina empisa embi barepinga abaana ne bavunda you get abasajja like bayina endowooza empi people are wicked love making abantu okuba nti tebakyalowooza you get ne batandika okuteeka obusungu ku baana
he or she will always
be the father
there in your life, not like being in the full picture,
not being
it is that
you'll be there in the picture beera yo mu kifaananyi but ng'omwana wange atandise okwesalirawo asobola okweyoleza asobola okwefumbira emmere asobola okutegeera ekibi n'ekirungi
kankubulye by the way some mothers are instead toxic to their children. I've seen stories from the Western world where a couple goes to courts and they have to fight for their child. It's called custody. Both of you have a child. I can choose to name all the bad things, all the bad characters that you have. Sophie gets intoxicated, atamira, the child is not safe with her mother. Like, you get, it's just that one end on tife. Okay, kale, naturally, of course, omwana aba wa muchala, but not every mother is actually responsible. And I've seen men who are more responsible than women. You know?
Waliwo mukazi. Kubuzigo eyo gye twali tubeeranga. Waliwo omukyala nga alina omwana nga mwana we naye nga yafumbirwa naye nga n'azaala abaana abalala. But nga alina hatred gy'ateeka ku mwana owe yennyini. Ng'akuba n'amugamba oli mulambo oli ki? Oli mulambo oli kisiraani ndi ki? Ndi kisiraani. Ng'omwana buli wamukuba alina obimugamba nga yabikwata n'obikwata. Omukazi yennyini just because of alina obukyayi ku mwana rather taata we n'abuteeka ku mwana. Afunye omusajja omulala naddira mwana gwamuyinamu n'abeera nga like okwagala kutadde ku mwana. Muli bazadde ki like
my point is the deed has been done, right? You're a single mother, you're a single father. So what should we do in all this respect of, oh, now my child is not going to be well taken care of, or they might be maltreated, or is it good, is he or she with the right?
The best alternative is co-parenting. But co-parenting, abantu abamu misinterpreting.
What happens? Yeah, they misuse it. You might find this co-parenting thing. You know these men, when you break up with them and they see you looking good, yeah, before they give you school fees, man, oh, you know, so can so that's why the problem.
But straight deco, most of the times,
that's why the problem of co-parenting comes.
Yeah, people misuse it. I used to say something. If you're co-parenting, anything that should attach you guys together should be the support you're giving. Aside from that, if you start going into, oh, how was your day? What did you eat?
No, I'm like you have to take that care.
What does personal? No, that is wrong.
Umagambye is someone in your picture.
The bond will not go, but don't go beyond
there is
your
something. There's something that somebody
said. It depends.
Somebody said, okay, we used to say
that's what they say.
We used to say one slang in Nigeria. Once debe is always debe. Now that means is once you've visited somewhere before, it means you know the path to that place. Now, if you know the path to that place and that person blocks the road, it means you can't get to that place. But as long as you leave the gates open, the person can always get there. It might take time, but he will always get there. That's why I'm saying, you say, okay, the person has been there in your life, which means he knows your weakness, he knows your strength, but you're saying, oh, it can never happen, I'm breaking up with him. But yet, you're asking each other, oh, what is your plans next week?
How was your day?
How was your day?
Did you sleep well?
Did you sleep well?
Some company. And most of the times ebintu bibera mu bakyala.
No, it's usually men. No, it's usually men.
No, like most of the times abasajja baba basingako kasente.
No,
so to get that kamane, you have to act like.
Answer this question. This person said I'm co-parenting, right? And she's with her boyfriend, and all of a sudden, this guy calls and call her by a pet name, and is the ex, and you're with another person. Now, what does that deplete?
No.
What is no?
No.
What is no?
No, let's go like excuse me. Ekintu kyendowooza ladies tukole. You know? Tukole cause kulaga omukwano. But if you can get that inkumi ttaano mutwalo obutakozesa nsobi nti amasomero agasente teno gye gali cause osobola oteekayo omwana wo n'asoma nti n'omwami ono akufunye tagenda kukozesa mistake.
You get those where you're not supposed to stick them because you want money.
No, not money. Like I can bend low okutandika okujja to plead munange. I'm finding other means nti obankubuzeeko olunaku lwagenze just because I'm looking for school fees. Ngamanyi bwe sikukwate bulungi, you're not going to give me that money.
I think
when I have that mitwalo 10 I can solve some of my problems.
I think the best request or advice to people to me would be nti abasajja bwe muba muzadde mu bakyala bana abaana ne mwawukana, because separation of course sometimes we don't know what may happen, but if you separate with this woman and you have a child with them, be supportive, whether they have spoken nice to you or whether they have said you it's your responsibility as a man. If you have a child with this woman, it's your child. Because the truth is, tomorrow, you never know what tomorrow brings. Maybe her children are the ones that are going to, you know.
Omukazi agenda nagenda yetunde afuna obulwadde afo mwana wafuuke mulekwa just because tolabirira abaana basajja mwe mwedeko basimulula zipu balina okukitegeera you get nti ekinava mu repercussions
n'abakyala oluusi tukisusa mazima. Like I've seen a story of what's the name of this guy, some guy still in the western world eyo mu US ng'omukyala asaba it's called, what's the name of that, when you separate with your wife and you have children, there is that fee a man pays. I've forgotten how they call it.
It's called
I've just forgotten how they call it. But there are some women who ask irresponsible funds. And they drain those men. It is so bad.
They use that to extort them.
I've forgotten how they call it in the it's called what, producer? Child support. There are some women who ask for a lot of child support, and you're draining this man who is going to educate that child.
Rina.
Let's be fair to each other.
Tewaliiwo omuka bagamba tewaliiwo awava omuka tewabula muliro. Abakazi in the beginning bwe mwekwana, like omukazi aba ayagala akuyisenga bw'ayagala omuyise, but bwe bigaana nina okuyisanga bw'okola ki nga bw'ompisa basajja mwe mweddeko
omusabe
bwe mulina
account yewe
tewali muntu asobola kuyisa bubi muntu bwe yali abaddeko bulungi naye.
When you drain his account, when you drain his account, who will suffer the most? Your children.
Some women also decide to part ways with men just to extort money from them.
Yes, like business.
Yeah, like business. Some women do that. They decide to leave and ask for child support because they know they get like 70% of what you get.
This guy, the story that I've just told you, this guy was running bankrupt because of this woman. Meanwhile, the woman has one child.
If you go to court,
but the child support.
If you go to court, okuwa child support. Musajja akola mulimu ki bamanya kyana asobola ne kyata asobole. I want to tell a story, but producer is telling us nti obudde bugenda
obudde buweddeyo ate nga tuyina tuyina okola ku sente ate kati kasita twatesinze ku sente za Newmans ne zino products za Newmans, the snacks. I'm telling you, we have to go for an advert. I know it's your favorite. Lemon orange. This is my favorite. Anyway, we have to go for a short break. We are going to be right back with a conversation.
Bold Conversations returns after these messages.
Discover delicacy at Cafe Atu, your all-in-one destination. Whether it's the perfect cup of coffee or a satisfying meal, we got you covered. Indulge your cravings with our mouth-watering pilau, savory katogo, crispy chips, and tender chicken. Explore our world of cocktails and fresh juices for a truly special treat. Planning an event? Choose Cafe Atu for top-notch outside catering services. Benefit from ample parking. Stay connected with Wi-Fi and catch your favorite matches on DSTV. Cafe Atu offers food deliveries in and around Kampala. Hosting a conference, our center accommodates up to 1,000 people. Need a boardroom for a party or corporate meeting? We've got just the spot for you. We offer a free venue for birthdays and baby showers, providing complimentary photography. For those aspiring to become professional baristas, our barista school awaits you. Visit us at Albany Center, Level 2 on Ginger Road. Cafe Atu, where every occasion becomes a memorable experience.
Uganda, your #1 leading education newspaper, is back, bigger and better. Articles to fully suit the educational triangle from the government, schools and parents all over the country, aiming at answering the ever left out questions, not forgetting revision questions and answers set by experienced teachers to prepare students for their finals. The Lana newspaper is supplied to over 12,068 schools all over the country with affordable advertising rates. We offer many more services which include uniform and sweater tailoring, all with an aim of easing work for the educationists. Contact us on 0754 777-029 or 0774 621 539. Email us on info@lananews.com or visit our website at www.lananews.com. You can also visit our offices at City Center Complex, Room J15, 4th floor, along Loom Street. The Lana, prioritizing education.
What is that? Crunchy, yummy.
Newman eats, Newman bites. Newman. Tasty bites with big flavors. Newman. Family here, family there. Newman.
Hungry for joy? Taste the magic Newman's Delicious Bites brings. Say goodbye to snack boredom and hello to many Newman flavors melting in your mouth, where every bite is a burst of joy. Newman's, taste the magic. Welcome back on Bold Conversations.
This is Bold Advice, and this is a segment whereby we take your opinions and we share it along, and we give you advice. So this is a letter from one of our viewers who says, "Hello, Bold Conversation. Bambi, we miss you guys. We almost got worried we won't be seeing our Nigerian prince and the gathered
Yes, because he's the one reading letters.
Yeah, because of the repeat, I guess. So
sorry.
I hope you guys are well. I want to share my personal experience because living with stepmom was hell for me. Well, my mother died when I was 7. My father waited for 2 years before he got married to another woman. I was 9 years at the time. And that was when my nightmare began. Okay, my dad married a woman who already had 2 children. She maltreats us and took care of her own children, which was not my father's. And if my elder sister tries to tell my father, she lies, and our father supports her, saying she's our mother now. At the point, my sister had to tell our late mom's sister about the whole thing, and when she tried to talk to my dad, he stopped her from coming to check up on us. 3 years down the line, my sister had enough and ran away, leaving me behind. Now, that was the beginning of my trauma. I was 13 at the time when my stepmom would bring men to the house to sleep with me. And she collects money. And she will say, the stepmother brings men to the house to sleep with her. And she will say, and she will collect money, and she will say to me then that my useless father did not drop enough money, so I'm the one to pay for it.
That's why I prefer Bakaza Bagamba. Don't bring in your children. You get?
It was another 2 additional miserable years for me. Not until my dad came home one day and found this act, chased her, and never remarried again.
Yo, let me tell you. Anyway, sad stories out there. Oba chichi, abasajja chichi. Omayi abasajja bafuna abakazi abapya balinga basiriwala. Bawunga ne basiriwala. Shovo no. Abakazi ne baba tebabaloze. Omusajja wabeera mu love asobola okwerabira abaana, which is hard for women. Okay, they are there that forget their children, but it's very rare. Era kasita basanga omukazi achaya abaana be olw'omusajja, they say ekikazi kisirusiru.
Recently mawulire nalabye omukazi yatuuza omwana w'omusajja n'amuta just because omusajja yagala nnyo omwana. Okitegeera?
Si mwana we. Si mwana wa mukazi.
Omukyala ko mama omwana yafa. Okitegeera? Omusajja n'asigaza omukwano gwa mama n'abeera nga agula gw'omwana. Naye just omukazi najja n'ahetinga omwana paka kutuuka kumutta n'ampangira n'afa nti olw'okuba tata wamwagala nnyo. So omukazi alabira ddala ng'omwana competition. So bakola anything. Okitegeera kyonna kyasobola okulaba nga asanyawo omwana. But bakazi mwe muli babi. Stepmother yenna oba stepfather ng'oyisa bubi omwana tomanyi. Because nze nali mpiseko moyo pain, nali mama nga genzeko nange mu bufumbo, and I know what happened. So bambi mubireke, it's not good, it is not good.
Anyway, because today we are going to close off a bit earlier than the usual, because we are going somewhere. Reaction lero tugenda mukubira kumole. So because Newman's is actually there, so we are going to go for that exhibition. That's where we live and close the show from. Mugena kumpulira nga jendi episala ebisinga mulaba mukyalo no ngali mu reaction ezo mu field ngenda kubeerayo, Mike ajja kubeerayo ne bannaffe abalala. I mean, we have to go and be with Newman. So let us go for the exhibition and we hear your views about this topic that we are having here. See you.
Okay, feel welcome to the show, ladies and gentlemen. Out to Dongo Etwabasubiza, Erimu Studio from Rina and Sophie. Olunako lwaleero tulina official sponsors baffe aba Newman Snacks. Sugamba kimu buli crisps zyoba etaze gonja oyina tomato buli kimu kyonna, every catalog of many snacks osobola okulabika nti ozifuna at your nearest duuka okutanirira ku shillings meka. N'otambulira ddala mu mbeera nga kyayita omunywa mukalu oba okisegeera. Ndina abakyala all the way from Newman's, beautiful ladies bagenda kuba nga batonyonyola ku mulamwa gaffe. Twogera ku mulamwa okugamba nti obulamu, okubeera mu bulamu ng'obeera ne step parent. Abamusinga abakulu, abantu abakulu bakuze nga bali mu bulamu ng'akulidde ne step parent. Abasajja nabo basuuliridde obuvunaanyizibwa bwabwe. So how are you? Ogamba otya? Oli fine, amanya gaffe? Sandra. Yes, mpozi side na amanya Hajat? Rehema. Okay, mbadde twogera ku mulamwa ku livinga obulamu ne step parent. Biki challenges zikibaamu, whereas wali abaana abagamba abatakayana ne bagamba nti it's fine, oli yamuyisa bulungi. Olkirowoozaako ki ku mbeera eyo?
Eyo embeera mbi kozi nagiyitamuko.
Wagiyitamuko? You are a right candidate,
Embeera mbi tekiba kirungi muzadde kulekera mwana wa stepmother. Era si kirungi musajja kubanga mukyala we agenza ne kitegeeza atekewo mukyalo omulala kozi bababonyabonya nnyo. Omwana ayinza n'obutambala, oluusi bamumme emmere n'amulangira, amukozesa emirimu, ate even si gya myaka gye. ega n'obonaabona ng'ataliiko babo naye nga mu bazadde bo bonna weebali.
Olowooza ebintu bino katugambe nti taata ye yagenda nakuleetera maama. Ebiseera ebisinga ogamba muzadde ye omusajja aba takiraba.
Abakiraba kozi bambi naye abayagala amuyambako kozi naye mulimu abakazi be tusobola okukola nga ate abasajja abo tebasobola kubikola. Kozi tajja kuwa budde okubanga ate akoleza engoye ate agenda anoonyera ssente eri gy'akolera aba tasobola kikwasa nga kyova olaba batufunira aba step mother kyokka ate nga si kirungi. Fayini mulimu abalungi naye era emitima gyaffe giba tegyenkanankana. Mulimu abeeyisa obulungi mulimu nga bo balina ettima naturally ye nga ajja kubonyaabonya omwana wa munne ate newaba azadde owuwe yamwagala ate olwo naamusosole kikyali kirungi kubanga ffenna tuba bazadde.
Okay, tuyanza Sharon. So, Hajat, ensonga za Sharon zo ziwulidde. Gwe kirowoozaako ki kino omuzadde okuza omwana atali wuwe oba okula n'omuzadde nga omu separate?
Nga okigambye nti abamu babayisa bulungi abalala babayisa bubi. Nange nkugamba kino nali nkuzeeko ne step mother wange naye embeera gy'abayisaamu si yeyandibadde nga maama wakuyisaamu kuba nze nakula na step mother wange. Maama wange mulabye bukulu myaka gino gye ndimu. Naye step mother wange yali atuyisa bulungi kale nga mubeera n'abaana be ng'asobola akibalaga nti asinga kufa ku baana be okusinga mmwe. Ate nga kyemmanyi ne taata waffe yalinga akiraba naye ng'atuzza ebbali ng'atugamba baana bange tewali kyakola olw'ensonga maama wammwe yakola ki yagenda
naye nga maama mwali mumuwulirizaako mmwe.
Maama twali mu wiiki nga tusobola omulaba oba n'obutamulabira ddala kuba nze kugambye nakula ne ntuuka wano nga simumanyi mulabye bukulu.
Omulaba ebbanga ki?
Nga nyina emyaka 7.
Ng'okuze eri yonna tomulaba nga tomuwulizangako?
Naye mpulira waliyo maama naye nga simulabangako.
So olowooza kikosa ki okulabika nti omwana atakula na muzadde we ng'ovudde ku mbeera gye baba kuyisizaamu? Kikuyisizaamuko kitya oba kiyinza kuyisaamu kitya?
Kimpisaamu bubi kozi mba sifunyeyo parental love kuva buto mba simanyi mu kitonde kimukazi nti awe yeeyisa mba sobola nakuyiga bintu
aba tamanyi mwana we kikyayagala kikyeyeetaaga ku myaka egyo kuba naye aba yakamulaba.
Aba tamumanyi kozi aba nkuze tamumanyi ekyo kyafekitinga nnyo kozi mama ne omwana kiba difficult okonectinga beba abaana bokusanga nga omwana akuze tamulaba omusanga ku street aba akola biki naye nga ate wosinga yakula ne maama we kyandibadde kirungi amukuza bulungi namugamba ekyo kibi kino kirungi kino kibi.
So saawa zino mama osobola omuddiramu oba n'omusonyiwa ne muddamu bulungi waliwo abagamba nze siri musonyiwa?
Mama umule mirembe naye navyapa musonyi twali fine nnyo.
Wanje ate Hajat?
Nze wange waali ekyo sisobola kujajinga mama kuba mama yakera ku makya n'asitula olubuto n'akuzaala n'atakujjaamu nti akusuule n'akuteeka ku nsi wadde yakulekawo tekikositinga kusinga emyezi 9 gye yakusitula mu lubuto yandibadde akujjamu oba n'akusuula naye kirabika waliwo embeera n'ensonga lwaki aba yakulekawo. Nze simba simujajinga.
All right, whatever tutambudde twatene Hajat side eno ne Sharon. That is the gentleman osobola genda no contributing to this very topic, contributing ku social media platforms affe. Agenda following, make sure as well you can subscribe. The topic is living a life with a step parent. Tugamba ku BTM television you can contribute on with your comment otubulire ndowooza yo. For now MC Chiyege gange tuwadde wano ne Newmans Crisps awano osobola okulabika nti weetundikira n'ofuna buli kimu ky'oyagala elugogo. Still dwelling around our topic, living a life with a step parent. Side wano nyina omukyala okuva mu Newmans still ogamba otya nnyabo?
Jenisabo ogamba otya sebo?
Ndi bulungi amanya gaffe? Bena. Bena twogera ku mulamu okulabika nti obulamu okubeerawo obulamu ng'olina step parent. Olowooza ekintu kino abantu bangi bakiyiseemu golowooza bizibu ki ekibaamu oba abantu bakisinkanamu ebiseera ebisinga nga tokuze na muzaddewo naye ng'okuze ne muka musajja bw'atyo?
Nze kyankirabamu ekibi sometimes soloba ne step mother n'atankuza munkuza nga mami wange wayinza okunkuza like kankugambe kino nti mami wange agenda aina byagenda okuntendeka stepmother byatagenda kuntendeka cause stepmother agenda kunkotogera yes kubanga mami wange yasobola omwana wange kayambadde bubi ne stepmother asobola n'ofuluma engeri nyambaddemu nga nyambadde bubi n'agamba mami wange come back komayo waka okyuse eki oyambale bulungi ne stepmother asokugamba yamanyi agende engeri gyayambaddemu kitegeera then one kyakangeza okusoma stepmother tagenda kunfaako nnyo cause again like kubanga siyanzaala n'ate mami wagenda faayo nnyo aye ayinza okibala nti afunamu nange nfunamu ate oyitajja laba nti ye afunamu kitegeera
tweyanziza nnyo tweyanzege all the best awugira oguza abantu Newman Snacks ladies and gentlemen
okutandika ku 5 kwambuka price yes
ebbeeyi ya Chinatown ladies and gentlemen tukyali wano of course Lugogo and of course you are still moving on. Contribute on our very topical discussion by simply going on to our social media platform BTM Television wamu newali ku Bold Conversation. For now, blessings.
Bold Conversations returns next Sunday at 8 p.m. on BTM TV. We transform. This is BTM. We transform.